Hello and welcome to We Women Want. This is our weekly show where we explore women's issues, we talk to women achievers, we talk to women professionals, we talk to those in need of a solution. So, with that we've covered a whole range of topics from domestic abuse to women and the law to just fashion to size 0 versus size double, triple XL, all kinds of issues to, women ailments, breast cancer, menopause. I mean, the list is long and endless, but one thing is sure, is fun. There are a whole lot of people who come, talk and get together, and as I said earlier, women are never boring. But today we have a very interesting topic also. We are going to be talking about relationships, dating, marriages and the build up to it. Now, the traditional shadi karna or even the portals of matrimonial portals, I mean, I don't want to take names, but we all know which ones they are. That was the traditional way of doing things. Now, it's not just the parents, but the kids themselves are going and looking for partners. They may not be just looking for marriage, may just be looking for dating, for long-term relationships, stand-ins, or just get together for a drink. There are technology, it's helping them. What all is happening out there in the world and what do people think about it? That's something we're going to be discussing today. Joining me on the show is Shalini Singh. She's the founder of And We Met. It's a service for single Indians above 25 who live either in India or overseas and who are looking for a long-term relationship. So please note, she's not saying matchmaking or matrimony. A long-term relationship is what her service offers. Shraddha Malik, she is a wedding planner and co-founder of Vivaha Wedding Solutions, and the tagline is converting dreams to reality. We also have Manvi Taneja. She is an influencer and she's someone who you may have seen on various channels and panels as a commentator. Shraddha, you've dealt a lot with relationships, and I mean yours, of course, step is once they want to get married. But how are the people? How do they meet? Is that wo purana jo tha when the parents meet? वो arranged marriages का system अब थोड़ा कम हो रहा है?
So it's a mixed bag now. People meet on dating apps, people meet like at work, people meet anywhere. People meet through the traditional way as well. Like I met through the traditional way, and I'm touchwood very happily married.
And you've just been married.
And I've just
Congratulations on that.
So I have tried the dating apps. I have gone out on dates that my friends have fixed for me, and probably they've been disastrous at times. So it's not like I am just pro arranged marriage or just pro like a love marriage kind of a scene, but it's I think where you meet and where you vibe and who you feel like is going to be your partner. So you may meet at like various portals, but whoever you connect with, it just works out that ways. So but yeah, dating apps have become quite popular. Like we've got a lot of people married who've met at like Hinge or like Bumble or Tinder, like either of these three. So yeah, it's like a mixed bag now.
So you swipe right and you get...
You swipe right and you like meet Mr. Right.
Okay, so much for that. But Shalini, tell us a bit about your service, And We Met. I like the name a lot also. What is it that you offer and how is it different from the other apps that are on town?
So with And We Met, we call ourselves a service for single Indians seeking a sustainable or a long-term relationship, and how we define that is either marriage, live-in or companionship.
Okay.
How we differ is, so what's happening is there's a lot of exhaustion finding a partner. Okay, so there are three issues: exhaustion finding a partner, there is imposter syndrome, which is huge, and the third is it's taking a long time, it's taking years and decades, people on the platform and are not being able to find someone for themselves. So we are addressing all of that on And We Met, from making sure that they're real people, to having offline events as well, and and also to give them options of the kind of relationship that they're looking for. So if they are looking for marriage, they would find somebody seeking marriage, or if they're looking for something else as a long-term relationship, so they would find that on And We Met.
Okay, but how do you know, the world of technology also, there is a lot of fake data. I'm sure there are fake profiles, fake imposters doing the rounds. So do you have some way of, ensuring at least you're talking to a woman and not a man, just basic as that?
Correct. So that itself is really, that's what I said. So what we do is we ask our users to upload a verification ID, which is not associated with their bank. So it could be a passport, it could be a driving license. For our users overseas, it could be a state ID. So they upload that. So at least the basics of their age,
That's
their
important.
first and last name, and their gender. So at least that on ANVIMET, we are sure what we are getting. And for other things, we do also have we have background check service. So if you are interested in someone and you do want to get a background check, we have that service on our.
You provide that
yes,
also.
we provide that as well.
Okay. So Manvi, what were the things that you would be, looking for? Are you, for instance, what you and your friends and people, are they now into dating apps? Are they comfortable with that, or is more and more people still prefer the old traditional way?
No, it's no harm if you want, if you're looking for a partner and you want to register yourself on a dating app. But I have 2-3 questions in my mind that what is the authenticity? Like ma'am said that she can provide it as a background check, but most of the apps, they don't provide a background check. The ID is uploaded on the site, on the application or the website, and you get to know. But what I feel is the ID is not enough. You need to have a validation on the background check. You need to know what about his earnings. I'll give you an instance.
Okay.
Suppose I am earning 50,000 a month, and I get a profile which says I earn 1 lakh rupees a month. And you do a right swipe. If you like everything in the profile, you do a right swipe. You go and meet a person. There's 2 possibilities here now. You go and meet a person. There is a possibility on the first meeting, you figure out that he has lied somewhere down the line, and you don't meet for the second time. It's wastage of time. Chalo, then also it's fine. The second possibility is that you meet him, you are in a relationship, you tend to get into a relationship with him for some time, and after 6 months down the line, you get to know that you become a victim, and kaun ho gaya? He was a con man. And this was, there was an episode on Netflix also regarding this.
No, I agree, but isn't that something you face?
It's very
the
important.
minute you put yourself out there, that is
I'd like to
completely
address-
arranged marriage setup as well, and I have seen that with a lot of people.
Yes, I agree. But what the thing is that on the dating app, you don't know anyone. In the arranged marriage, at least someone is there. Your parents are involved,
so-
and you can do a background check with the help of your parents
But,
or a
it's
mediator.
on your luck. Also, I think it really plays
But-
on your
but
luck.
I'll come to you.
But,
But,
meeting
no.
a person, you
It-
don't
it
know
can
anyone.
Happen, it
it
can
hap-
completely happen in an arranged marriage scene.
It
that
can-
you meet someone, you've been lied to, you've been like, you
Yes.
probably fall for that person,
Yes,
you
yes,
get
I
married
agree.
also, and then like after you're married, you get to know stuff.
But
So there is no guarantee of anyone. But the only thing probably in the traditional system of arranged marriage is that, okay, you have family involved, you have your parents involved. They are also going to, do their background check for you. And you have that support that, okay, fine, that, there is someone who's also looking at the scene and, approves of it. Probably when you go on the dating apps, it's just you and the boy, right?
and sometimes
Yeah.
marital status
Okay,
is
let
also
her.
high.
Yeah, let
Yeah,
her
so
also
he-
answer
he-
the dating app side.
Yeah.
What are your other checks to answer Manvi's questions?
I'd want to just take a step back before I come to. So I think what's happening is that women have started working, and what I am seeing. So on ANVIMET, our users are usually more evolved, okay, where women are fine meeting men who are earning lesser than them, because women are fine meeting men who are shorter than them. Men are fine meeting women who may not be fair complexion, because we're talking about a lot of societal norms to start off with, right? So that is one part, right? So that is also happening. Now, if you are swiping or deciding to meet an individual based only on their physical traits or on their income, right? So I think it's very important to have your deal breakers and negotiables, right? So if you have only that, and then so we do have a background service, what we provide.
But that is an
Only
additional.
specific to her application.
So yeah,
Also.
yes, yeah. So we do provide that, but as she mentioned that you could be introduced. We are just a service where we are introducing people. So your parents also can introduce you to someone. I think till you don't start living with the person, you don't know. You could be
Exactly.
really 2 great individuals. So I think if you'd like to, why breakups also happen. Breakups don't happen just because there's abuse. Abuse and lies is one part, but there could be no financial compatibility. There could be no sexual compatibility. People don't talk about all of that. So we tried doing a lot of content around it. So we need to
Okay.
look into all these factors.
Fair enough. But I liked also what she said is now women and relationships are not that traditional, that tall, dark and handsome and fair and lovely.
Yeah.
आगे
But
बढ़
then
गए.
that is there in your normal matchmaking as well. Like everyone doesn't get everything. You may have like a checklist. If like say 60%, 70%, 80% is matching and you like the human being, you'd probably go and meet him again.
Yeah.
So it's not like if I get a proposal on the traditional way and say the person is a vegetarian and I'm a hardcore non-vegetarian, I will like completely reject the profile. I'll probably go meet him because everything else matches.
Correct.
And probably he won't have a problem in me eating non-veg and he can be vegetarian. Like I don't have to force what I prefer on him and he doesn't have to force what he prefers on me, right?
Right.
So that can happen in the traditional way also. The apps are just convenient for people because at times you don't want so much pressure from parents. At times you just want to go out and see how it is in a non-pressured environment. So the apps are just a modernized way of the traditional matchmaking. It's not like it's
Very well
something
said.
come from Mars. It's like a very normal scene. It's just that parents are not involved till a particular stage.
Yeah, because if I may just add over here, Priya, there are a lot of couples who don't want children,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There are couples or there are individuals who have low sex drive, all right? So now when your parents go seek a partner for you, they are not going to say our child will not have a child, right? When the families are talking, they're talking about very different things, right? So what we actually on ANVMet, we have discussions around this. We ask about sex drive. We ask people to talk about, do they wish to have children, not wish to have children. So you are reading and you know what you're going in for. So like-mindedness is very important, which as an individual, you know what you seek for. So I think that's what the internet or finding on services like ours help.
So the modern parameters which the traditional parents cannot talk about also would be there. But yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to add one thing that it is not about fair complexion or she's earning she's earning more and he's earning less. It's about where you lie. There are people who lie literally so much. See, as I just mentioned that you tell that you're earning so much and usko pata lagta hai you're not earning that much.
Right.
And there's one more lie. The person will say I'm not married, but बाद में पता लगेगा he is married, he has kids. So there has to be a background check. कुछ ना कुछ there should be a provision wherein you can upload your ID, but I think ID is not enough. You need to go one step ahead.
But she's saying that they have services if people
It's
want to
only
take it
on
to the
her
next
app.
level.
On other apps, if you compare, you
apps.
don't have the service, but there should be a provision
I agree.
on the matrimonial apps also, wherein you should, because see, you are marrying someone, you're
entering into a long-term
exactly,
relationship with
and you tend to have the documents because people will say, this is my property, I earn so much, but at the end of the day, after marrying for 2 months, 3 months, like she said, that you get to know that he has nothing, he's bankrupt.
Yeah.
So there has to be something, some provision, because it
Fair.
is not there on any of the apps to upload your financial documents.
Also, there's a
KYC
difference. Her app is saying a long-term commitment. A lot of these other apps are just dating. You're just going out for a drink. Just literally you swipe right, you're on the same bar. You walk across and have a drink with the guy, and then so they're also
But
different.
probably that drink can get you married.
A drink
later.
can get you married, but
Like,
they're
you
only
might just
promising you a
click
drink.
with someone, right?
Then there's
Yeah, so it's not like promising. So that's what she's saying. Background check that can completely go wrong in a completely arranged marriage setup as well, right? So there is no guarantee for the other person lying. Of course, the apps are a place where what she is saying is like, you have like the basic checks that, okay, fine, if you're talking to someone, that person is genuinely a male living human being who you are talking to.
Yeah.
And it's not some like bot or like some random employee of the company talking to you just to make like people get like more subscriptions.
I don't agree here, because see, if you're finding someone on the app, I don't want to mention the caste, but if you're finding someone on the app, no matter, he can be of any caste.
Agreed.
You cannot go and search ki kaun se caste
But
hai.
usually when people are looking at apps on the internet dating services, you are
caste
going
is
beyond
not-
the
yes,
caste and the
correct,
traditional parameters.
correct.
You're not looking for that tall, dark, single
No,
man.
I'm not talking about that. कई बार क्या होता है कि they upload the picture, they upload the ID, and I don't know how it gets
See, what you're
verified,
saying
and later
is
on you get
true.
to know that the person is from a different religion only.
Okay.
So it
That
happened with
religion
few
and
of my
caste.
friends. So this is
No,
Okay.
that happens, but what
but
I'm
this
trying
this
to
will
say
not
is,
happen when in the case of arranged marriage, when your parents are
these are
involved. This will
minute things,
no, this is
right?
not minute.
See,
No, different
like
caste.
you
See,
have to
suppose
see
a girl,
that, no,
wants no,
in
no,
an
no, 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 no,
arranged
no, no,
marriage
no, no.
setup,
No,
what
arranged marriage
no,
setup. If you're a Hindu girl and you meet a Muslim boy, it happened
Yeah.
with me. I met a Muslim boy,
No,
and
so
later on
I would like to.
Okay, let's see what
Okay.
happened with her first.
So then after 2-3 meetings he disclosed, because you cannot hide it. He
Of course you
disclosed.
can't hide
I just backed off. But I'm saying that I
That you
wasted my
invested
time.
that
Yeah,
time.
I invested my time, and I wasted my time meeting 2-3 times. But this will not happen in case of arranged marriage, because
It may happen. They may lie. You've seen,
No, no.
people can, if they want to lie, then
no,
they will go at whatever
the
lengths
religion,
to.
He
The
will
religion.
not. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm talking about particular things because it matters a lot.
Okay, so religion, caste, these are issues that, in the traditional setup do matter. But from what I would understand, and Shalini can perhaps explain to us after the break, is the kind of people, the profile of the people who opt for these apps and these services are also those who actually think outside the traditional box and who won't have an issue marrying out of caste, out of religion. But I'm going to talk to Shalini about this after a quick break. Hello and welcome back to We Women Want. Today we're taking a look at relationships, at dating, and also the means to find the right partner. Today is the world of internet, the world of apps and dating services. We have with us Shalini Singh, who's a founder of one such service. So Shalini, before the break, Manvi raised some very important questions that which are the advantages of arranged marriages, that you can do a more thorough checkup, and things like religion and caste are important to some people. So how do you overcome that? Do you have that problem? Do people have an issue?
So, this is India, okay? So there's people have different choices. So religion can be important for people, absolutely, right? So they are not only religion, like you said, the caste bit also. So on AnviMet, we do ask religion, but we don't ask caste. And you had said earlier that people who are on these services are looking beyond religion. Having said that, they could be somebody, you're looking to, people who are looking beyond religion, it doesn't matter. But people who are looking for similar religion, it's mentioned over there. And like I said, there is always a background check. So I say this to everyone. We are on the internet, even on AnviMet. Please, you are 25 years and above. You are taking your own decisions everywhere. So here, why are you not taking a step back and being sensible about it? Okay, why are you just looking at the looks and the physical aspects? All right, so take a step back. Don't jump into the relationship immediately. Figure out, first get to know the person, all right, see where it's going. So I also say it's a 3-step. You start dating, all right, then from dating you decide to become exclusive. So while you're dating, you're even meeting other people besides the person you have met. Right? So now to become exclusive, you have a conversation, you two have a conversation, hey, let's become exclusive. You decide to be exclusive. You're still, so now you've decided to, you've committed to being exclusive. You haven't now decided if you're going to get, so to now get into commitment, you again have a conversation that let's get married, let's start living together. Or let's have, you live in your home, I live in mine, but we are a couple.
Okay.
Right? So that's how, and
do
this
you
process,
help them in this conversation at any step?
we are not doing that right now, but we educate them via our content that please communicate with each other throughout this. But that's what we do, yeah.
But Shraddha, one more interesting part, Manvi of course raised religion and caste. Divorce, single parents, is that still an issue, or have we now gone beyond that? We don't mind, people getting...
So see, like on the apps, you mention your status, right? You mention that you've been separated or you've been divorced or you're a single mother, you're a single father, whatever. But the same thing is also mentioned in your arranged setup. So if you are a divorcee looking to get married again, then like you write that on your profile, right? So for me, I feel it's pretty much the same thing. It's just that parents are involved, parents are not involved. You need to make that decision. You need to go meet that person a couple of times. You need to figure out that, okay, maybe he is lying, maybe he's not lying. So that little fear of like, background checks and all, I think comes in both the places. It's just that on the apps, it needs to be like a little more, like you need to do it more in depth because over there's nobody else who would know the person.
Yeah.
And over on the arranged like on the arranged setup, like you have parents or you have like a middleman involved.
So can you get sponsors or vouchers for somebody? Two people who would, recommendations or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, we have a referral check. So we don't call it sponsor or voucher, but we have referral code.
Okay.
So we have, so people on AnviMet, we provide them with a referral code which they can give to their friends or family who are single. And we know that somebody from AnviMet is referring because, they have got partially verified by us. So we do have.
No, what I meant is not from there, but like from their family. Someone, if I meet her, then she will at least recommend two people, maybe a neighborhood or a friend. I don't know how it works.
No, I guess when
somebody would to place the person into context. What an arranged marriage would do. They always have.
So I could say this with pride that, there is a trust factor associated with AnviMet, so people are talking about it.
Okay.
So they're saying that.
So you're saying that's a good reference point. But you had an issue. Huh?
Yeah, like she said that if you are divorcee, if you are single mother, you'll mention it on your profile and on a biodata, and then you will forward it. But my concern here is that if you try to register yourself on the app, you mention there you are single, but you are not single, you're already married. You mention there you are divorced.
Is there?
So
that
this
on the
is
apps
not
people
no.
can lie.
That's what I'm saying. That on apps, the background check, the validation is required because people tend to lie there, and there are people who are living with their family, with the wife and kids, and then also they say we are divorced. They'll not say awaiting divorce also. They will say we are divorced. So it makes a difference because you are into a relationship with a person for 6 months. You get attached and then you get into a trauma. So
that's
उस चीज को बचाने के लिए there has to be something.
There is an emotional heartburn.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And then you just go into that trauma and then you try to visit the doctors and all.
I do believe that the arranged setup is probably 10% more safer than
And
the
I
apps.
would recommend her decision that you go meet someone, maybe through app or maybe through common friends, and then you take one step forward that you want to continue. And then I think best is to be in a live-in relationship for some time so that you get to know. Because you're meeting someone for 1 hour, you will...
it's not the same.
It's not the same. And you stay with someone, then you can decide in 1 month only that...
but this kind of decision in apps you can take.
So you take time.
What I would say is that no. So first, I would say is that in 1 hour you can decide nothing.
Nothing.
All right.
No, but you can decide that yes, I can meet for second time.
So for that also, I also recommend folks that please don't meet over lunch or dinner. Meet over an activity. Go plant trees. Go for a walk in the morning. Versus dressing up and looking all good for a lunch or dinner.
I think first impressions matter. So maybe for first impressions you should look good. Then
no. So I say it depends, right? It depends. And because then you're spending on lunch and dinner, why do you want to spend? So do that in your third date, right? So what I would recommend here is that if you, let's say you've liked someone, right? And you've gone out for 4 or 5 dates together. The next step actually should be meeting their friends.
Yeah.
Ask for that. That's a red flag.
I agree.
If they are not introducing you, so coming and liking your post on any of social media is not what they like you. No. So they could have fake profiles, by the way, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. So there is no guarantee, right? So the next step is you should ask for meeting their friends. Now, if they say they have no friends, men or women,
there's
right,
a red flag.
That's a huge red flag. So,
place them in context. That's, I agree with you. Meet their friends. I think that is a very
You
good
can really
safety.
judge a person with the kind of friends or with the kind of relationship they have with their friends. If they're not like willing to introduce you to family or like friends, that means that they're not willing to introduce you into their inner circle, right?
Right.
So then you get that cue there and then that, okay, fine. Probably like I am at a stage 5 and he's still at stage 1 where he doesn't want to like, move forward.
Or maybe he's not serious enough.
Yeah, or maybe he is lying.
that's a
You
red
never
flag,
know.
So you don't go ahead.
Yeah, that's a very good red flag. Actually, one way of judging people, I don't know if any of you play cards, is play cards with someone. Then you know exactly, how they are, where they stand and their attitude towards various things. But on and on, I would say that, would you say that apps is something that, do you have parents also looking for the kids on apps? Or is that very creepy?
I don't think so. Like not on Hinge, Bumble, Tinder type of apps. Like Shadi.com type apps. Yes, we do have parents. But I mean, I feel now parents do like push you to be on apps also. Like they're like, there used to be like a big taboo earlier, like when the apps were quite new, that oh my god, you're not supposed to be on the apps, or you would like, hide your name or like not be very comfortable being on the app, that okay, probably like a cousin of mine will see me or a friend of mine will see me.
Correct.
But now, like, especially since COVID, because like you couldn't really go out so much, I feel parents do feel that okay, fine, if this is the way to find someone, you might as well join the apps. Maybe you just find someone like who is worth getting married to or who is worth settling with.
Okay.
So what's happening, Priya, here? See, families are becoming nuclear also.
Right.
See, earlier you were living in your community, right? People have moved out, right? So earlier, you could say auntie, uncle, bua, taya, chai, chachi, attai, anybody is introducing people. All right, so now the nuclear family setup is also coming in. So the parents are saying, go ahead, find someone who you think you are compatible with.
And do you have any is it equal number of boys and girls, and do you have any age group that particularly prefers?
So interestingly, ANVMet has more women than men.
Well done.
Because I think we asked for verification and we asked for real people. So that's where it is. And though we are 25 to 60 years, but what we are seeing is what is active is for women, it's 28 to 38, which is, and for men, it's, I would say, 30 to 40. And we are also noticing both women and men in their 40s and 50s are also coming up and looking for somebody compatible on ANVMet.
On that note, thank you all for coming here, and we met and we talked, and I think we had a very good conversation today on relationships, dating, and the trends that are there. And of course, I would suggest that you meet, first go to Shalini's app and then come to Shraddha. If you click, she will arrange a wedding for you. And of course, we have Manvi with us, who is always there to keep an eye on what is happening on the trends. But thank you all for this conversation. Thank you.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.